Hey guys, Total here. We've got another gear review for you today. So like most cops, we've all been in search of the gear that's going to help us the best on shift, whether that's going to be molded holders for magazines, radios, gun holsters, you name it. We've all searched for it. One of the categories that I think that a lot of guys have really been looking for is the offhand tool or offhand life-saving device, emergency life-saving device. I know I've personally searched for tons of left-handed, because that's my offhand. I'm right-handed, so my offhand, left-hand pocket can be full of knives, or an offhand knife, or a quick deployment type knife, or a fixed blade knife, or maybe a pocket gun, Kubotons, things that can attach to my keychain. I've gone through them all, and hopefully this will help lead you in a good direction that's going to shorten that search for you. So a few years ago, I met online some guys from a company called SpearPoint Technologies. They're a bunch of law enforcement officers, a whole group of them. I think there's like 5 or 6 of them that run this company, SpearPoint, and they're cops, and they make a product specifically geared for cops who need an emergency life-saving tool when they need it. So what they developed was the Defensive Low Profile System, or DLS. The DLS is basically a quick deployment push dagger, and the push dagger is not really the special part of this. It's really cool. It's like a glass nylon filled or polymer shaped push dagger. Has a very sharp point, and it's going to do the job when you need it done. Where they really hit the money was their mounting and deployment system. What they did was they mounted a sheath on a belt keeper. Now, this is the old DLS, the original DLS, and this is the sheath that's mounted on a piece of Velcro that I attached actually to a tactical vest. But that on a belt keeper made a difference. So it's inconspicuous. You can hide it in between your mag pouch, taser pouch, in front of your gun, and it just kind of sits there, kind of inconspicuously, and you don't really know it's there, and other people don't really know it's there unless you show them. So the original DLS is great. The shortfall on it was the retention on their sheath was lacking a little bit. It wasn't bad, but I found that sometimes that it could come out pretty easily, and I think that a lot of people found that because a lot of the comments that I would read on some of their posts would say the same thing, that the retention was bad. And some people would complain more than others. Other people just loved it. So to help combat that, SpearPoint, they came up with some different retention holders that you clip on, because this is really designed for a single use. You deploy it, you use it, and then you've got your after action report and investigation, all that stuff after the fact. So, but the retention, I guess clip was designed to keep the retention in, worked really well. Deploy it, this would either pop open or discard, and then you use the tool, and then you're done. So this year they came out with a all new version of their DLS. Okay, so this is their new DLS 2.0 Phantom, and they made a couple of great changes to it. Number one, they have made it an actual bladed tool, so you don't have to worry about your nylon piece or polymer piece tips breaking off. It's an actual bladed tool. It's a laser cut piece of stainless steel, and to help fit into some strict administrative policies, it actually has an integrated seatbelt cutter. So it's twofold life-saving device. You can cut your own seatbelt, cut somebody else's seatbelt to get them out of an entrapment in a car, and use it as an emergency life-saving tool when you need it the most. So what they've changed, that's really the game changer for this thing, is their retention system. Same sheath, however, on either side of your DLS, there's this little indentation that corresponds with like a detent inside. I don't know if you can see that or not. Inside the sheath, that snaps in place. So you can hear the retention come off and snaps in place. It's not going anywhere. It's a great tool. I keep mine in front of my gun, kind of by my key hook and in front of my gun, so that if somebody is trying to take my gun, I can stack on them, use tactics to stack on them to prevent them from drawing my gun, reach with my offhand, deploy, and apply as needed. or in any scenario, I can draw a strong hand and do the same. So guys, SpearPoint Technologies, it's an LEO-owned company. Law enforcement officers created this for law enforcement officers. So if you're looking for a great product for yourself, or if you are a law enforcement supporter or a family member and you're looking for a great gift for the law enforcement officer in your life, this is a great one. I think they run about 45 bucks, so it's not too bad. It's cheaper than a pocket knife. It's cheaper than a cool tactical knife that you're going to get somewhere. But this is going to serve a purpose if they ever have to use it. So SpearPoint Technologies, check them out. Find them on social media, Facebook and Instagram. I think their website is SpearPointTechnologies.com. I'll link it. Don't worry about it. But check them out today, guys. DLS Phantom. You guys stay safe.